Great morning, great day, however, what time it is that you receive this leadership nugget. Good morning. My name is Mary May. I am a leadership disruptor and strategist, helping you lean into you and identify how it is that you can show up and what is blocking your opportunity for that next promotion. And so in today's nugget, I want to help you build and or manage your conflict. How are you building conflict and or collaboration in your leadership role, in your intentionality around how you lead your team, how you lead your direction, how you lead with intention? How do you know that you are standing in your purpose authentically and being received as that authority in the space that you work? And so today I want to come to you and talk to you about the performance culture and wellness in leadership. Um, as you may know, September is Self-Care Awareness Month. And when you think about performance culture and you think about how you are challenged in different capacities when it comes to your leadership, it can easily tie into a couple of things. One being your goals, one being like an outline or an agenda that you have or that you're following with compliance, as well as just your overall wishes, desires, intentions, and things that you want to see happen in your leadership, in your performance, in your partnerships, and in your promotion. Because with everything that you do, you want to be able to elevate and get to that next level. And so there's some certain things that kind of are embedded in how it is that we work, how it is that we show up, that can block us. The first and foremost thing is, are your goals clear? Are your goals clear enough that you know from the tiny steps to execute those small steps that's going to get you to that larger goal that you would like to see? And if they are not clear, then your mind is chaotic. Your spreadsheet is not showing everything that it should have on there, and your performance becomes challenged and you're not showing up the way that you need to. So it's like we got to be able to take a step back in order to take a step in and lean into that discomfort and understand what role are we truly falling into, and is it in alignment with where it is that we seek to be overall. So when you think about that, you have to think about your script. How are you preparing for your day in advance? Are you waking up and then jotting down the to-do list? If so, I'm going to say, that is not a good strategy. A good strategy is planning the day before, because when you wake up, you don't need any chaos. You don't need any disorganization. And you need to be able to execute with consistency, not only for yourself with whatever routine and schedule that you have, but so that those who work with you know exactly what to expect. They know what bar to live up to and what it is that they need to scale up for. So you have to think about, are your goals and the things that you are asking for, the things that you are seeking, all things that you are like putting that web out for, is it crystal clear? And when I say crystal clear, is it elementary clear that yes, your team has whatever credentials, you have whatever credentials, but is it crystal clear that if you were not there and someone had to pick up the script, they can take the ball and keep the ball moving? If it's not, there's strategies around how you can create yourself and be in sustainable leadership, but also having the capacity where you give yourself the breathing room, that you are not limiting the opportunity of how it is that you can stand in your authority and not have a chaotic mind, where you're able to grow and be sustainable as a leader. The thing about the sacrifice that we make in our leadership is that sometimes we take time and overthinking, over processing, not really giving ourselves the opportunity to understand what it is that's truly in our way. And when we understand what's truly in our way, then we can stand up, we can step up and be in authority to know that we are making ourselves a priority. And in making yourself a priority, you are saying no to those things that are not in alignment and not serving you at this time. You're not allowing a phone call to take you off your track. You are specifically being in intention in a blocked time, and you're not hiding behind the curtain saying, okay, well, I'll get passed over this time, because you're not limiting your possibility by second guessing what strategies, what intentions, what things that you could do in this particular place. So saying no as a full and complete sentence usually helps you with that performance culture, but also with the performance culture. And I'm saying that this month is Self-Care Awareness Month, but from a leadership perspective, we have to be mindful of how it is that we engage with our self-care and our wellness plan, because we can easily go over into what else is also acknowledged in the month of September, which is death by suicide. Now, I'm not suggesting that all leaders fall into the thought process of death, or death by suicide, but death comes in a lot of different ways. So it could be through your nutrition, it could be through your health, it could be from your exercise or lack of movement. You don't want to have that in the background when you are trying to excel and elevate. However, if you are functioning from a disorganized place, how you show up is out of alignment. And in it being out of alignment, you may have a lot of spaces where you are dwelling, where you are in negative thought, where you are not at peace with your thought process, and definitely not showing up promotion ready. And the idea is that whatever script you're following, whatever performance narrative that you have in your mind, are you over functioning, and are you beating yourself up to the capacity where you are in need of a different level of support? And being in a different level of support is not a bad thing. However, it is the opportunity to be able to give yourself that grace, give yourself that breathing room, and understand how it is that you can gain the clarity that it is that you need. And so when you gain that clarity that you need, you oftentimes have blind spots. You oftentimes have roadblocks in understanding, how does this transformation and my personal accountability, my intention to grow and elevate, how do I end up falling into this negative thought pattern, this challenges like that are beyond my control? How can I begin to reframe what actually is the space that I want to be in? And so one of the things that I wanted to share that I had I just brought to closer to me so that I can see, which is, I just wanted to give you, when you find yourself in that overthinking place, that overthinking, questioning, doubting, not sure if this performance strategy that you have is actually working, and you want to be able to kind of narrow it in, laser focus in on your goals, you have to figure out, how are you being brave in that situation? How are you understanding that you are in an overfunctioning, overthinking, and all of those things are not serving the performance and the intentionality of a promotion that you're looking for? And so when you think about the word brave, BRAVE, I want you to think about this acronym right here, or I want you to think about this other alternative meaning right here. And I do need to look at my notes real quick so that I can make sure that I give you that exact expectation when you think about the word brave, because I want you to begin to look at how you're performing. Is it balanced with that whole life care, that whole life work-life balance that you need, and that you're not over functioning? And when you look at how brave you are in certain spaces, how you're standing in your authority, you're definitely standing with the confidence of your goals being clear. However, sometimes it gets muddy, and when it gets muddy, you might need some side-by-side support to begin to learn how to navigate differently, because we default into what it is that we know. And when you default into leaning into your discomfort, you end up falling sometimes short, and sometimes unaware that you have taken a turn away from being in alignment and into a different space. So when you think about brave, the first letter is breathe. I want you to breathe. I want you to breathe so that you can help calm your mind and ease your anxiety. Yes, I said it. I said anxiety. The anxiety is the overthinking, the overprocessing, the you can do it all. You don't need to reach out and ask for any additional help. That is the over functioning and the overthinking, right? So I want you to breathe. I want you to, when it gets really rough, gets really challenging, I want you to just reset the energy and your intention in that space where you can say, that's it, I got it. I could take 3 deep breaths. Like, just that simple. It resets what it is that you're doing. So you're inhaling for 4, holding for 4, and exhaling for 4. That resets your energy. So you're breathing. The second thing is that you want to reframe. You want to reframe that allows you to shift the negative and or unnatural thought process and patterns that's kind of gaining and shifting your perspective in the wrong direction. You want to shift it so it can go back to the right perspective. You want to affirm and act as a reminder of that what you are capable of doing, and probably where it is that you can reach out to a team member that has strength in a certain area that's going to help you meet that mark. You want to visualize, and it redirects your focus towards the positive outcomes, not the negative thoughts that came with the breathe or the ability to reframe, but being able to realign, reassess, and get back on track. And then the last E for engage serves as because you have to realize that it's serving as a distraction. So if you are off target and you are not in alignment, you are focused on the wrong thing. You're spending time and executing your energy in the wrong place. And I want you to begin to look at that conflict that you have with yourself. I want you to look at confronting what is that distractible behavior, those distractible things, both physical and emotional, so that you can manage your expectations, but also manage the conflict, because not doing so can easily have you in a heavy, energetic space that causes your thought process to think that this performance, this promotion, this role is not for you. And that is everything opposite of accurate when it comes to you as a leader that can stand authentically for yourself. So I will encourage you to think about how it is that you are withholding an idea, withholding a thought, that you're robbing not only yourself, but your team of small moments of learning that is innovative and is going to help you get to that next level. If you continue to avoid these undesirable feelings and thoughts, because you're human, but if you continue to avoid these undesirable thoughts and feelings, then you will continue to only get to your performance in your career, in your, promotions, and feeling like you're looked over and invisible. You will only get to that point and continue to get to that point and then be at a standstill. So I want you to learn how to identify and choose your wellness plan in the operation of that you're not sacrificing what is authentically yours. And so I hope that this nugget helps you get grounded, helps you get focused, in regards to how it is that you are leveling up in your career, and that you are able to master exactly what support it is that you need. However, if you find that you could benefit from some side-by-side support and some quick, driven, fast-paced, doesn't have to be fast-paced, but if you want to get to the root and get grounded as far as what are the challenges that you are dealing with in your leadership career, feel free to reach out and grab this grounding session and see how these 4 sessions can really like turn your perspective around, but then also give you the opportunity that you're looking for. And so outside of that, I want to thank you for joining me for another leadership nugget, cup of coffee or tea with your leadership strategist and disruptor, Mary May. And I look forward to chatting with you in another segment. In the meanwhile, you take care and have a wonderful day. Lead forward.